understanding the domain. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we are looking at that graph, remember the second mistake I talked about. This is what this graph looks like of a logarithm, right? It's only for positive numbers, right? We can't have any negative numbers, okay? So our domain is going to be restricted. And this is very important, especially if we need to identify our domain, we can quickly and easily understand this. But I think it's also important to understand how transformations are going to impact this graph as well. So let's go and take a look at an example here. If I have 3 log of 1 minus a 2x plus 7. And if your teacher or your test or quiz is saying, hey, what's the domain? I don't care about the 3. I don't care about the 7. Why? Because I only care about what's inside of that logarithm. I know what's inside that logarithm has to be greater than 0. It has to be positive, right? It can't be greater than or equal to because we have an asymptote. So it has to be greater than 0. So to find the domain, I'm just going to solve for x. So I subtract 1. Negative 2x is greater than negative 1. Divide by negative deuce. Divide by negative deuce. Remember, when you divide on both sides, you got to flip the sign. So x is going to be less than a positive 1/2. So my domain is going to be from negative infinity to a positive 1/2. Now, again, it's not included. That's why we use our parentheses. Now, I'll also just kind of give you a quick sketch. This one would not be a very fun graph, to go ahead and do, but I can give you a kind of like a rough sketch. And that's what's helpful about knowing your domain. All right. So I know my graph is going to be actually pointing in negative numbers all the way up to 1/2. So I know my asymptote is only being shifted over to 1/2. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so my x-intercept got flipped. It's now going to be over here. Looks like it's being shifted up 7 units, 1, 2, or somewhere around there. It's actually, this vertical stretch is impacting everything. But the graph is going to look something like this. And there is a reflection, right? So we can see that's how we get this. So our graph is going to look something. Let's redo this. Something like that. Okay, I'm just trying to give you a rough sketch. Obviously, there's a couple different ways we get into graphing for on these,